I'm good. I'm ready.
All right. Here we go. We're recording in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's up, everybody, and thank you for joining us on this episode of All in the Delivery, episode 27, brought to you by you guys, our Patreon subscribers. Guys, if you guys want to support the podcast, get some, Patreon exclusive merch, media stuff, you can come watch it as we're recording live here. Go to patreon.com/AITDpod. and sign up there and come support the podcast and what we do, because this shit is it costs money for us too. So anyways, guys, let me start with introducing my co-host down there in West by God, Virginia, Luke Nomad. How are you, buddy?
Dude, I mean, I'll tell you, Dave, it's been a fucking week. And it's going to continue to be a week.
Oh yeah,
another week after that.
There you go.
That's about all. I don't know much else to say. It was a rough one.
Oh, dude.
But we got through it.
Right, and it snowed like up here. It's been snowing like every day almost, just a little bit here and there, and then a lot here and there. It's just been like ridiculous. I don't know what it's like down there for you in the mountains.
The fucking thing that was crazy was that it snowed, and then it fucking rained. It was like 34 degrees, like just above freezing.
Yeah.
And it's just pissing the rain down. So, we're looking at it the night before, just knowing it's going to end up turning to snow and just get
or
really
ice.
Shitty.
Yeah, dude.
And it was, dude, I mean, it was a fucking hockey rink. Tow trucks were out. School's kind of, they're doing, it's back in, but
yeah.
I feel like because of COVID and remote learning now, like they've backed off on snow. Like if it's a snow day, it's like really snow days aren't a fucking thing, really, honestly, anymore.
Not anymore, no.
If you don't want it to be. So
crazy.
If the kids aren't in school, then they're not giving less of a shit about plowing the roads. But yeah, it's been it's been a struggle.
Yeah, no doubt. And real quick note here for our listeners. If you guys haven't heard yet, Bobby has parted ways with the podcast. And, we wish him nothing but the best in what he does. So good luck out there, brother.
Yeah, absolutely. I value the friendship that I've made with him, and we'll continue that. And we'll continue to support Ups and Browns as he will with us. And like I was saying, made on the Instagram, he's always a part of the family.
That's it. And with that said, let's get it going, guys. So we got a very special guest joining us tonight. And let me tell you something. Our guest today is from Hurley, New York. And he has 2 beautiful kids, a boy and a girl. He is also worked for the company for 15 years. No longer, though. We'll get into that. And as far as we could anyways. And now he has dipped his foot into acting with his acting career. And guys, I'm excited to get into this one. Please welcome to the show not only my friend, but also a past coworker, Earl Legister. Earl, how are you, buddy? Can you hear me?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there you go. What's up, man? How are you?
What's up? What's the word?
Nothing, dude. Thank you for coming on, man, and taking this time. We appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate you coming on, man. Absolutely.
Absolutely, man. I mean, come on, longtime friend, co-work, I guess you could say ex-co-workers. I don't know, but yeah, it's, at the end of the day, man, it's all love, man. We're still here.
That's it. I mean, like, we even saw each other like the one time when I was up delivering up at the mountain house, and like you drove by, you were like, "Yo," I was like, "Oh shit, Earl."
I know. It's crazy. One of your boys. Oh my gosh. I work with him.
Oh, John.
John.
Yeah.
He told me, he was like, "Listen, you see you doing that road, you might see Dave at the bar. Yo, kid you not. And I was like, wow, look, right on cue, man.
Yeah,
right
dude.
on cue.
That's crazy. That's awesome.
Yep.
So yeah, dude. So listen, let's get this going. Let's learn a little bit about you, man. Take us back. Born and raised. Have you always lived in Hurley, New York? Have you always been in New York?
No, I haven't. So my parents are from Jamaica. My father, he's Jamaican Irish. They came here into the States, first generation.
Nice.
So pretty much, I was born and raised in the Bronx, New York. Attended school down there, and then, obviously, parents kind of work up the ranks a little bit, and then we ended up living in Beacon, New York. Moved to Beacon, seeing Beacon before it's what it is now, and lived there for quite a bit. I did high school there, played ball. I played everything: soccer, football, basketball, baseball, hockey. I mean, I was involved in a lot, and So and then fast forward, then I ended up having 2 kids, and that is actually what got me in the Kingston area. I lived in Kingston for a little bit. And then I am in Hurley, New York for the past 11 years.
Nice. So when did you get started with the company?
With the company. All right. So this is probably back in, let's see here, 2003. Around 2003, 2002. I worked for IBM.
Okay, yeah.
And I worked for IBM for a few years. And so at the time I was still sort of kind of like back and forth because I was in the city. I was working with my brother. My brother was involved in music. I was a roadie. And so I guess A&R at a very young age. And, so when I had my son, the ultimatum came. It's like, listen, why don't you come up here? And that's why I ended up here. And then I ended up IBM. And then from IBM, I didn't really know about the company at the time. And I was just like, you know what? Let me just go ahead. I thought it was a full-time job. But then it ended up being, how that peak season. Yeah, peak season. You work in a warehouse and then you go out on the road.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, so you were one of those. So you worked all morning and then went out on the road?
Dude, so this is how it went. I came in October.
Yep.
And October, you already know, that's the rush. So I came in, worked early in the morning. I came straight up the gate. Bong. You already know how they do, man. They get you in hard. And yeah, it was like you either get it right or go home. And it mans you up. It's almost kind of like the military. Right? So I used to get up early in the morning. It was fine for the first 2 months. And then I ended up being a helper and did all that. I need to mind you, while I was doing all that, I used to work for another company selling women's shoes. So I would go in.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. I think Al Bundy. I'm sorry.
Dude, I knew that was coming. Al Bundy. You got it. Well, Peg, that's the end of it now. So dude, I you already know how you end up in working in the warehouse. You get sweaty, dirty, and I would have to put on a suit and go sell women's shoes afterwards, bro. Like hardcore.
No.
Yeah.
And mostly, I would assume mostly all to females.
Yes, exactly. They had me. I don't know if I'm able to mention that company. But,
sure.
Am I? Or no?
Sure. Go for it.
Yeah. All right. It was at the times it was Filene's, but then converted to Macy's. Macy's bought them out.
Yep.
So, but at first they had me in the juniors department, and then the women's shoe department. So, yeah, go figure.
Going there all smelly and shit, all dirty and
grimy.
I
know, dude. I know all about women's shoes, bro.
No shit.
You made me
awesome.
think of a story of saying putting that suit on. There was this guy that was my helper one year. Good dude.
Yeah.
He misunderstood what the interview. He didn't know what the interview was for. So I guess he went in. He told me he went in with a suit on, looking dapper as fuck. And the person sitting beside him had a pair of sweatpants on. I was like, yeah, they're not gonna give a shit what you fucking dress like for that interview for sure.
No way.
Forget about it, man.
You can run. If you can run, you're fucking hired.
You gotta be a runner. Are you a runner?
Yeah, right. Oh fuck, dude. So dude, that's crazy. That's crazy. And then what happened after that? Just you stayed there after the helper spot?
Yeah. So what ended up happening was at the time it was different because the transition with the drivers. Mm-hmm. You know, even like how now the company, the way it's set, being in a union, it's all about timing.
Yeah.
And if at that time when there's guys who aren't retiring or, you know, getting hurt, you're not wishing for anything bad to happen, but stuff happens. And then at that time it wasn't. So it was a major waiting list. So what ended up happening was I was finagling, working the early preload in the morning, and then going to my next. So I think I was juggling 3 jobs, and I was going back and forth. You know, it was one of those type of things. When it got slow, I ended up being on call.
Yep.
I ended up being on call, which I was like, wait, hold on. I thought it was a full time, but it ended up being a part time. It was weird. I mean, you already know how the whole preload thing set. Right. So I remember I would have to call. I'm like, listen, like 3 o'clock in the morning. Is there any work? No, there's nothing going on. I was like, all right, click.
And then you know where you're going. That day.
A minute later, we need you to come in.
Oh no,
like, what? dude, I swear it was like that for like that for like 3 months, bro.
Fuck.
In the beginning stages.
Yeah.
See. Now it's a little different, but back then, my man, like it was one of those things that I didn't know anybody. So it's kind of like I had to do anything and everything sort of to kind of make myself shine, if you will.
Sure.
To get noticed, to get your foot in the door. It was very difficult to get your feet in the door at that time. Mm-hmm. Maybe across the board, nationwide, probably as well. Mm-hmm. Lots changed.
Yeah.
But that's how I had to finagle it to kind of like outshine and do whatever I had to do to get my feet in the door. And then finally I got in there. I finally got locked and loaded. I was a preloader. Mm-hmm. And then I think I did everything in that building. Right. And then what ended up happening was I wanted to drive. So the only opportunity to drive was doing the weekend air delivery. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So because I wasn't from the area at all, I did not know the area. So I said, you know what, let me do that. I spoke to somebody who's like, you know, it's a little lighter. So I was able to I did every position on a Saturday delivery, air delivery.
Sure.
To learn. Then after that, I finally got my feet wet with that. There was no driving positions whatsoever. Because it was so many guys there at the time. Mm-hmm. And what I ended up doing was I ended up going with another company. So I did preload. Then I ended up not stopping selling women's shoes. I ended up doing that later at night. Yeah. But then I ended up delivering for another company just to learn the area.
Smedlex?
So I don't know if I'm able to mention this company as well, but it was.
It's okay. You don't work for them, so go for it.
Yeah, I don't work for them no more. So it was.
Yeah, I'm curious.
What's the oxygen company in Kingston? I can't remember the company's name. For some reason, why I'm thinking Aspen. It's not Aspen.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It don't matter. Go for it.
Yep. Yeah. It was an oxygen company. I was delivering oxygen tanks.
Okay.
So anyway, I was able to learn how to drive a truck. I was able to, read a map. Because at the time it was map, nothing was GPS. GPS was like a figment of imagination.
I know these kids nowadays got it made.
Oh man, made in the shade. You know when you had the map book, you're sitting there like, and you're going blind on the route. You're like,
Yeah.
That's what I fucking was. I mean, I don't know. If you saw an instant, I didn't make a video, but I about fucking flew off a mountainside a week ago.
I saw that. That was very traumatizing too. Go ahead.
That was because of that road. All the roads on that route are beat to shit, and the fucking cradle doesn't work. So now it worked for like a month or 2 months. So that and I'm not bad mouthing the dude. This is just the way they're brought in now. It's not. Yep. It's the fucking way it is. But so this guy ran this route for. I mean, he covered it for fucking multiple times, enough to to learn it. So when the cradle fucks up, and now we're like out of cradles, I guess. And so yeah, that like I could say no, but it's convenient for me to take it because I live on that route. And it's a way I go from having like 13, 14 pickups on my route to having like 2, and they never have anything. So basically I'm just running stops. Yeah. I can take my break at my house guaranteed, which I can kind of on the route that I am now. But yeah, that was scary, man. That was, excuse me. That was probably that. I mean, I couldn't think of another time where I thought that might've been, like I was gonna jump out if this thing goes backwards. I was like, I'm not fucking flying down this valley. I was gonna try to grab my phone as best I could and just fucking go, but I made it. It was fucking scary. I didn't have chains on either. I was bald tires.
Wow,
that's another reason I would have been fine if I'd have had to. I shouldn't have went up there anyway. It was a series of shitty events that happened, and cradle, or not the cradle, but the diode board. So the cradle doesn't work, you know, like I said, so the battery doesn't charge. That's what's nice. There's one thing about the cradle. It's nice. It charges the battery now. So the battery goes down, but you know, it was 100% in the morning. So I'm thinking, you know, it's fine. So it's like on 60% and then it just dies. I try to restart it, take out the battery, put it back in. Nothing. Dead. I'm in a place with no service. So I was just mad. And that was a lesson learned, even being there, because you said 15. I don't know if we started recording yet, but I said I'm on year 14. And sometimes I get in my head that I don't want to say know it all, but seen it all kind of thing, you know. And you just, you know, it's like reminders that you need to have, because I shouldn't have like the road was fine from what I could see from the main road. Right. But once the minute I saw that it was bad, I just gunned it because I was in pissed off, bad mood, and I should have fucking turned. That was the last place I could have turned around till it's the point of no return. I should have turned around and not fucking tried that.
Oh Jesus!
Now you say that, if I was still there, it'd probably be like 18 years, probably for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
that's crazy.
That was what I wanted to ask you. So I see. Did you say if you went to acting school? So was that after, or were you in school while you? Oh, sorry, I just fucking. You gotta get. I'll get the rooster sound. Was that were you in acting school when you were working for the company? Were you in preload in school?
So all right, now what ended up happening was, so I want to say 2 years prior of me leaving, or whatever, however you would like to construct that.
Yeah, you want to hold on. You actually want to? Can we touch on that just a little bit? Like,
oh yeah, absolutely.
You know,
absolutely,
without crossing.
Oh
the line
yeah. We'll get back. We can get back to the
yeah.
So you were there. You started running oxygen tanks off, learning the area, and then you eventually got your own full-time route, right?
Well, so what ended up happening was now I was working for this company for about a year and a half, 2 years, while trying to learn the area. And then they were kind of urging me to get my Class B license. You know, at the time I didn't really know about trucks like that. So I didn't get that. So they ended up letting me go. But prior to them letting me go, all of a sudden was looking for drivers, because now the transition of guys leaving and retiring, it was it was coming about. And I was like, you know what? It was a perfect opportunity. So that company let me go, and I went to Excuse me. I went to the company.
That's all right.
At least they're all close together. At least
Yeah.
it'll be easy to edit.
Right. So they had a driver position open. It was a floater, or a casual driver.
Yep.
I don't know if they still call it that.
Yeah.
And then I said, you know what, I'm game. And then I went out on the road, and then I learned, dude. I learned everybody's route. Sure. I've done everybody's the crappiest route, the routes that nobody wanted. I just did it.
Of course.
And that's what I did. I did that for 8 years. Before I got my full-time route.
Mm-hmm. And
that's how I loved it. Oh, sorry, Dave.
No. That's
right. To learn routes and to do it like that. A lot of ways they view. I felt in my experience doing it that way, at least, because you're viewed. I mean, I don't want to say you're valued more, but now you can cover a lot more shit.
Yeah.
Right.
But
he has the area knowledge. Yeah. Send him out.
And need to mind you, a lot of the routes that how many routes that we have in that building? It was like, what, 30 at the time? It was like, what, I don't know, 40, 30 something?
Yeah, it's more now.
And that was more. I heard it's more now. Dude, I'm gonna tell you something. I ran the majority, I want to say 99% of the time I ran those routes blind, bro. Like,
of course.
It was like, blind.
Yep.
And I just had to learn the sequence.
Yep. And
one thing that was good about it, though, they taught you left to right, odds and even, high to low. We had this programmed in our dude. I used to get nightmares, bro. I used to be sleeping and delivering. I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
What you fucking
dude, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. You wake up thinking you have late air or something, or you're in the middle.
Yes, I wake up like, hold on, I'm late. I wake up, I'm like, hold up. That's how you know you being programmed, bro. Like, yeah, but it's not to me. I don't think it's a bad thing. It's you become. It's to me. It was like military, and you pretty much have a respect and you have a knowledge of the aspect of delivering, location, and how to navigate areas. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. No, it's something, right? Yeah. Definitely. It's something that you really never think of, but then when you learn it, you're like, oh shit, like this, that's neat,
Mm-hmm.
So you went and got your full-time route now. Where,
fast forward?
Yeah, sure. We can fast forward a little bit here. Where exactly wasn't it up in Woodstock area?
Yeah. So, all right. So I'm going to tell you what happened now. Now, okay. I was very, I learned all these routes, and, I was getting a lot of praises in a lot of the areas, like, so they figured, because I did more of the city routes. And then all of a sudden they were like, all right, we got to send this guy in the mountains, man. Like in the middle of nowhere, no people around, whatever.
Yeah.
So, and I end up covering the Woodstock area.
Yep.
Woodstock, New York. And dude, I covered it one time during the winter. I did not want to go there. I was like, no, don't send me out there. Yeah. Don't send me out there. And when it came up to bids, I saw it on a list and I was like, I guarantee I'm going to get that route. And boom, I landed that route. And, but the beautiful thing about that area is during the spring, summer, and fall, beautiful.
Oh yeah.
It, dude, I'm going to tell you something. There's something special in that area. I'm talking about like the vibe and energy. A lot of people say it has its own little vortex thing going on, but it's a different entity than no other. And a lot of people find this place, dude. It's very special. I mean, they have a Native American the monasteries up there, the Buddhist monastery. It's up there.
Yeah.
Oh man, I could go on and on. Listen. All right, so we need to get down to the facts.
Yeah, no, it's because because I know stories. Right, because I know, like you being up there in that area helped you transition into your acting career. So, so before we get into that part now, tell us. Go ahead, continue your story and just tell us what happened and how the shit went down.
Yeah. So So all right, so I ended up in that area. I think I did that area for about 4.5, maybe 5 years, maybe. But during that time frame, I was just navigating, trying to figure it out. I started meeting people. Then, come to find out, I started meeting actors. I'm like producers, musicians. Down the list. I don't know if you want me to mention names.
Mark Ruffalo, I know, was one of them.
Dude.
Yeah, Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Never mind.
Yeah. Mark Ruffalo. I met Bowie. Rest in peace. I met David Bowie before he passed.
Nice.
He was my client, one of my customers. His wife was Iman. She's a model. She was actually in the Michael Jackson video with what was it? When he was in Egypt. I don't know if it was the black and white one.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever one.
Yeah, the
I don't
one.
know if you remember that.
The one with all the kids
I
around and shit.
The black and white one. That was like mid-90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she was whatever one that she was. It was the Egyptian, and she was the princess, the queen.
Yeah.
That's gonna bug me now.
But yeah, oh man, listen. I met who else? Jeffrey D. Morgan from The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Negan. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my dude, man. Paul Rudd. I don't know if you. I know where they live in the areas.
Yeah.
But who else? Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
He was one of my customers. Obviously, Dave.
Yep.
I got to meet him. I got they gave me a tour of his place. And what's really dope? When I met Bowie, they were building a house, him and his wife, and they actually gave me a tour of their place, man. Which was
shit.
I'm gonna say something about that job. That job, you become part of the family.
Yes.
Right.
True.
Yep.
I don't know so much now, but at the time, come on, let's be real. Like you're in an area for a few years, whatever. You get acclimated to the family, and you know the ins and outs, and they trust you. So I got to meet a lot of these people. I got to meet Uma Thurman and her family. They're very well involved in the community up there, especially in the Buddhists. So I started putting things together. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, Kill Bill. Okay, I'm making connections here. The Buddhist monastery. Yeah. I'm like, oh shoot. That's classic, baby. Like, and what else? I met, Vincent D'Onofrio. He's the guy who played the alien in Men in Black.
Okay, yeah.
He was in like a lot of Law and Order shows.
Yeah.
If you can look him up. Warren Buffett's son. He lives over there in Hurley.
So you just started literally building these relationships with your customers out there.
And it's crazy. Not even knowing who these people are though.
Right.
I'm gonna be real. Not knowing who these people are. Like I just did what I knew what to do. Like, because come on, you're in a rural area, mountains. Mm-hmm. You're trying to get as much contact information, especially when these people are not home and they live on the mountains and their driveways like 5 miles long up in the mountain. Dude, bro, like, all right, you got to find some alternatives. So what happened was I started, this is the kicker, because what I did, I went the extra mile. I said, all right, check this out. So say some people that I didn't know. So you know how we are using DR bags. So what I would do is use the DR bag. I wouldn't leave them at the mailbox. What I do is I kind of walk it up a little ways, put it behind, put it next to a tree or behind a tree.
Yeah. Leave a tree ornament.
I use exactly tree ornament.
Yeah.
But then what I did was,
absolutely.
We're all familiar with that. But then what I did was I started using the invoices, because check this out. The invoices I wrote, listen, I couldn't make it up your driveway. I left your package on the left. Boom. And I placed it right in their mailbox. Yeah. So when they got home from the city, they knew. They're like, oh, wow.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. That really made the spark of like, wow, this is different. You know what I mean? Opposed to just getting there, seeing your package. At least, I guess it's the effort.
Yeah, you had that connection now.
Yeah, because a lot of people wouldn't. They would have just seen it and called it a day. You know,
exactly.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is, my dude, there was a lot of actors who I didn't know were actors that I'm talking about big time, that they had some heavy duty film stuff that they needed, and I didn't know. Like, I just went the extra mile, and I called. I said, listen, I got this package here that nobody said. I said, oh my gosh, this is the director for da 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 da. We actually really need it. I appreciate it. Boom, and I made the connection.
Yeah,
you know, and then you feel me, and that developed a relationship between me and my customers, and but some heavy duty customers that I didn't know.
Yeah,
you know,
totally.
You feel me?
Totally.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
so, what happened? What ended?
Yeah, man. I know a little. Whatever you want to talk. Yeah, man.
All right. I'm gonna put it out there like this. To me, it was so minute. So minute. I think it, to me, I spoke about it briefly to certain people, and thing what they could really sort of kind of get the gist of. To me, I don't know if it was like a little jealousy. I don't know, but I think, all right, I was at top scale. And I think I had the most hours, off the bat. I was banking like 15 hours a week overtime. You know what I mean? Because the area in itself was so rural and mountainous that the way they dispatched the routes, it was surreal. Like, there's no way. And they would give me, I had all the mountains. Because what happened was all my businesses got out of their homes and went more in town, because you already know how the outbound things work. You know, if you have more businesses on your route, they trim your route and you get back to the building, if you especially have overnights or stuff like that. But when you're more residential, they can keep you out longer. So that's what happened. And then so the kicker is, the nail in the coffin was which now is very more prone that everybody's doing it now. But I think at the time it wasn't that not too many people were doing it.
Yeah.
Was more of the whole social media outlet. And what ended up happening is the dogs. I think this is what really started it. I don't know if I'm able to say his platform, but anyway, where you get the pictures of your dogs.
Yes.
Ups dogs.
Yes.
Yeah. Ups dogs.
Yep.
So what ended up happening was, that was just only pictures. So I ended up doing a video of a dog, and they got wind of it, and it was like a funny Snoop Dogg type of thing. I was like, Snoop. It was a dog that was roaming around the truck every so often. So I was like, you know what? Let me take a little video. I was like, Snoop Doggy, Doggy, oh. So they got wind of that, and they hit me up, and it was like, yo, listen, can we post that? I'm like, all right, it's cool. So I was the first video on their site, because it was only pictures of the dogs.
Sure.
So that kind of went at the time it was semi-viral.
Yeah.
But then it went from the driver with the dog to like, oh, the energy kind of shifted to something else, I guess, if you will. You know what I mean? Oh, the cute guy, whatever, down that lane. So it just shifted. But it went nuts, man. Yeah. So that was sort of the kicker, and then the nail in the coffin. I didn't do too much. I just did a little bit. Nothing was. I don't think anything was obscured, but this one in general that they really, I guess, frown upon, and end up being sort of kind of like the kicker to at least relieve me from those duties. You know what I mean? And still to this day, I'm like, it's baffling.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, all right, cool. But before that, I'm trying to get this in sequence here.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, maybe 2 years before that, I got approached by, because when you were out, I had these production companies coming in, which I didn't know they were production companies, and they were I guess they were filming, but they always had a home base, to where they do their editing and stuff like that, and location, and I was to deliver there, stuff like that, and of course, me, I'm always smiling. That's my personality. They know me they know me at the hub. They don't know me at the building, man. I mean, dude, it could be the most shittiest day, rain, sleet, snow. You never know.
Earl always came in smiling, laughing.
Always, bro.
Oh yeah,
bro.
Dude, that's probably fucking now piecing this together, because I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, dude, you sound like you went above and beyond, dude, more than enough.
Dude,
but they might have just hated
that company.
Yeah.
That if so, I'm very I have nothing against the Ups Dogs page. I don't really interact with it, but I have no problem with whatsoever. But one thing I've always been, because I think now, like you said at that time, more people do it now. Like people, and it's way more. Even like I got on Instagram 3 years ago in January, I think. So I like, even from then to now, I was like, it's way more. But I can't, like, it just. But I've always said, like, I couldn't stand, like, even like with Courtney with the feeling cute photo, and Bobby had heat too, and like I was like, they can't make these, like, and Courtney's was a picture, it wasn't even a fucking video.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they can't do this shit, but that, like, the Ups Dogs page can post, like, I've seen dogs riding in cabs, driving and shit now in videos. I'm like, really?
And that was crazy. But like I said, but their platform went to the news and got. So I guess if you got good dogs, cute, you know what I mean. So it kind of like, maybe that was like a little blind with that.
That's what Dave always says, because everybody loves it. That's why they don't care, because everybody's like, it's just adorable. I mean, everybody loves dogs. Who the fuck? Yeah.
Right.
Who the fuck doesn't?
The correlation with that, you know what I mean? So it was inevitable with that one. See, I think with me now, because check this out, even with me now, when I have ride-alongs, my customers raved like, yo, listen, this dude's over and beyond, So they might have felt a certain way about it. You know what I mean? It wasn't my problem. I just did my job way over and beyond. That's it. You know what I mean? So, but I think one kicker was, I don't know if you guys know Neil Gaiman. He's a director, author. I don't know if it was a Game of Thrones, one of those big shows. I had a ride along, and I was on his residence, and his family was visiting. So I guess you could consider I was like a local celebrity, if you will. I don't know if you want to even call it that, but I was a well known.
You were the mayor of the town. Like, we are the mayors of our towns that we deliver to.
Yes, delivery drivers are the mayors of their town. Yep. The ones who are there longer than once you establish yourself as, more, you go sort of over and beyond. They know you. Yeah, you become. Yeah, it, dude. When dogs have come out at a certain time. I mean, I got stories about dogs.
Yeah.
I mean, I've bitten. I mean, yeah. Oh man, dude. So, there was an incident where, I was a ride along with a manager, and their family wanted to get a picture with me, but these people are like big time, like celebrity, and I'm like, me? I'm like, okay, but it's just your family, you're like family.
Yeah.
And I had to refuse it, because I'm like, all right, I'm on a ride along, you know how that look.
Yeah.
So I had to bypass that, and they were devastated. It was like, what? I was like, yo, listen, eye contact, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
look at me, So I kept it moving.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
No, I was going to say that, it sucks. It's bad that it sucks that happened, though. It seemed like the route that you went and that you're on now. I mean, I don't know if to call it fate is the right word, but like it put you on you know what I mean? Like,
listen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you how this started. Luckily I had a real good friend. I don't know if I can mention her name but she saw the potential. One of my cousins saw the potential. It was like, yo, listen, you might want to go through this direction, or at least tap into it. And at the time, I didn't really know who I was within myself. So, but during this time frame, I was sort of kind of like, I guess, building myself to, I guess, knowing myself. But during that time, I had 3 production companies while I was working, like really was trying to get me to come aboard their team. And I didn't know anything about the film industry, nothing. And I'm like, no, I'm kind of secure in my job. You know what I'm saying? I got pension, I got this going. I was like, I'm good. Like, I'm at top scale. I turned them down. And I look back at it and I'm like, bro, seriously? Yeah. But at the time, I had a house, I had 2 kids, I was stable. Come on, it's a stable job. You know what I mean? You making great money, benefits and all that. So I turned down because I didn't know too much about it. So then after that went down and I ended up leaving the company. I don't know how, this is where we at now. I ended up leaving the company, and I don't know if you want me to discuss anything more about that or.
Saying I'm curious more on how the acting school and how it just went to, you went to acting. Right. I mean, you obviously through people you met, but go ahead. Go ahead.
But this is the kicker. Knowing these people, I didn't go that direction. I never contacted them. So, all right. So let's just put it this way. After all this happened, I'm gonna tell you, my situation got blown up.
Yeah.
Dude, bro, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know.
As it should have, man. It sounds like to me, just from what you said, that it was bullshit.
Dude, it was. And when people found out about it, oh my gosh. And I need to mind you, dude, I didn't say a word. I didn't say a word. And it just blew up. I'm talking about it went to the top.
Yeah, and I'll tell from my side, from somebody who worked at the building, like, his customers would call in to our building and be like, where's Earl? Like, where is my driver? It's like, and they would actually call and complain to the supervisors, like, why would you guys fire this guy? Like, he was like the best. Like, and it literally made its way to the top, like he just said, to like the top of the company.
CEO.
Yeah. Letters on the CEO's desk, just like complaining about them firing Earl.
Right.
Insane.
So, dude, it was bananas. It's still baffling. But you know what? It's not even for me to even think about. Like you just said earlier, it was sort of kind of like almost destined, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you something, but it did really hurt me, man. Exactly. The whole thing, it really hurt because it took you out of your comfort zone. Mm-hmm. And I think this is what it is. This is where it's touching on. It took me out of my comfort zone because, come on, I was making great money. It was in a clutch. I was getting my life together. I had plans, and it disrupted everything. Dude, my world went upside down, dude. And the thing about it is, I got strung out for 5 months, no pay. Mm-hmm. And it was banking on me failing. And I'm not going to get into details, and because it's too long and too treacherous and a lot of stuff that went on. But what ended up happening was, now one of my customers flew me out to California. They said, yo, listen, you need to pop. Dude, this is probably the same week that when I ended up, all that stuff ended up leaving, whatever the case may be. They said, yo, you need to fly to Cali. So I flew out to Cali. They asked me if I had any family out there. I just did that. And just to get a different scenery. And I'm like, okay, Cali's dope. I wish I stayed longer because I was still still in transition with trying to find out if I was getting my job back or not. I don't know.
Yes.
And I really wanted it. I really wanted it back. And so fast forward, what ended up happening was that transitioning to this whole sort of acting thing, this acting world, I decided to. There was a film going on, and I ended up going on the set, and I was like, "Wow, what is this?" And I was looking, observing. I was like, "All right." Then I was like, "That's kind of interesting." So then, what ended up, I guess, because so what ended up happening at my job, it got plastered over the internet. I mean, dude, plastered. So people from all walks of life was contacting me. It was like, "Yo, blah blah blah." Dude, if I could tell you, man, I can't even say it, but it could have went over the top, man. I'm seriously, and I didn't go that direction, but I ended up this casting agent contacted me. It was like, "Yo, listen, we got this web series going on. You might want to come check it out." It was a free gig, and I'm like, you know what? Because I remember those 3 production companies. Need to mind you, that's what I'm like, is this destined or not? Because those 3 production companies, and then all of a sudden this casting agent hit me up.
Sure. It
was like, yo, listen, there's something going on in Albany. You might want to check it out. I was like, all right. So I went there, I went on set. I did the set, and I was, sort of like background. I was like, dude, man, I really love this right here. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then for me doing that for free, she remembered me. And this is I'm talking about a year later, because I was still trying to figure out and navigate my life, and I'm still, right now I'm with another company, and while I was with this company now, I guess I came into this kind of backwards. So I met Mark Ruffalo on my route years prior, and
before he was the Hulk, years prior, like before.
Well, no, it was the beginning stages.
Okay.
The beginning stages.
That's been years now. Fuck.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh,
God,
dude, yes.
2020. I forgot it's 2021.
Right, because the whole Avengers
it's
series.
Probably been what?
They started back. I think they started
years?
like 2010. They started like really. So this is probably fast forward maybe like 2000 and I want to say 16 maybe when I met him first.
Okay.
I met him first, and I kicked it with his daughter. His daughter is the one that befriended me. She was young, it was weird. I was making the delivery, and she kind of like started talking to me. She's autistic, but she's very smart, and I made a connection, and they appreciated that. And so what ended up happening was, man, I don't know where to begin. I did a few other sets. I was on a Deuce. I started getting involved now. I started kind of like learning. I was like, all right, hey, do you mind you, dude? I did this all on my own.
Yeah.
My friend, one of my close friends told me to get headshots. I got headshots done through my cousin, and that was it. And then I was on a Deuce. I was on the Katie Keene, CW. Need to mind you, I didn't really post this. Like, I'm SAG eligible. Mm-hmm. I got vouchers and all that, but I'm taking my time. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah. So I came in as I've done stunts. I've driven. I've operated. I've done everything background dealing with sort of kind of like the camera. So I'm learning. But I started off background first, and when Mark Ruffalo, I guess they must have they sort of heard about it a little bit, and I went to all right. So this casting agent hit me up. They were filming in Phoenicia, and I don't know how they found me, but they found me, and they were like, "Oh, listen, we want you to do a stand-in," and I didn't know anything about the industry.
Sure.
And they were like, "So check this out. It was for the film The Dead Don't Die with Bruce with what's his name? Not Bruce Willis. Who's the guy from Ghostbusters?
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray.
Okay.
Bill Murray. Bill Murray was in it. Selena Gomez. The guy from who was on Star Wars, who played Darth Vader's son.
Oh, fuck.
Oh yeah.
What's his name?
Yes.
The double, with the long hair.
Yep.
Hold on, Hayden Christensen.
There we go. So check this out. I'm getting hit up to be a stand-in, to be actually a delivery driver for the film.
No way.
Need to mind you,
fucking irony.
dude. But check this out though. Like, I didn't know, and I didn't get it because this is the kicker. So I'm talking about this. Like, Cassie, she's like, "Yo, listen, I need you to send me a picture." So my dude, I got pictures on my phone, and I'm dude. This is like 11 o'clock at night, and I'm busted. My son was there. I said, "Yo, son, take a picture of me real quick." I got crust in my eyes. I sent it in. She's like, "Do you have a better picture?" Dude, I was so flabbergasted that I didn't know. And she's like, "Oh," so they ended up going with somebody else.
Yeah. So
fast forward, Mark Ruffalo was doing a film in Poughkeepsie, and I wasn't going to even go to the auditions. So I ended up going, and I'm in line. Need in mind, this is thousands and thousands of people. Yeah, and I had my headshots. And need in mind, this thousands of people. So I'm like waiting in line. All of a sudden, I get up, put my headshots down. She's like, "Oh, you have a license?" I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Hold on, do I know you?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't think so." And I never met this lady in my life. But there was the lady who called me for the film The Dead Don't Die.
No.
And it was,
dude, shit.
Yo, and it was supposed to be you know who was the driver? It was the RZA from Wu-Tang. Dude,
oh, shit.
I was supposed to stand in for the RZA on the Wu-Tang for that film. And so check it though. This is the kicker. I'm in line and this guy's behind me, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, yo, you're the guy who talked on the phone." She let me know who she was, and that when we spoke about the film, and I was like, "Oh shoot, damn!" And I was like, "I didn't get the part." She was like, "No, we gave it to this guy who didn't know how to drive the truck. It was supposed to be the Brown's truck." But it was standard. He didn't know how to drive standard. She's like, "Yo, we should have went with you."
Yeah.
So check it. I'm sitting there, and this guy's behind me. He's like, "Wait a minute, that was me." So the guy that got the part was behind me. Dude, said who she was bashing. Bro, what is the odds? And I'm looking at her.
She's bashing him. She's bashing him right there on the spot. She's like, "He sucked. He couldn't drive a standard. He's right behind you."
I mean, he's got to take it. He's got to just fucking swallow it.
Dude, he got to eat that.
Yeah.
He got to eat it. And dude, from that moment, that's when things kind of changed around, because, you know, she got my information. Dude, that was the first person they called back, right? And, you know, I met with this agent from down Long Island. She came up. She was like, "Yo, you listen." I mean, it was surreal. But the thing about it, I didn't get a part at that time, you know, because I was like, "Oh man, here we go." It was like, okay. And what ended up happening was they contacted me. So I didn't get an acting role, but they contacted me to be a stunt driver. So I was working with the stunt crew through a stunt coordinator, you know, driving, because, you know, that was my background. And I did that. So the director, Derek Sefran, who did the film A Quiet Place, I think got a lot of recognition. He got a lot of recognition for that film. I think they're doing part 2 in the Hudson Valley. And I did a lot of stuff for him. And I need to mind you, I'm with another company now, and I'm doing this on the side, and I'm going way over and beyond. And I met him on set, and I introduced myself and stuff like that. And he didn't know who I was. So I'm like, cool. So I'm delivering in Poughkeepsie. Need to mind, I'm with this other company, and I'm going to this fancy restaurant to deliver. And as I'm going to the fancy restaurant, he's coming out. Dude, we literally bumped into each other. And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And he looked at me. He was like, "Earl?" I was like, "Wait, hold on. Oh, Derek?" That was it. He was like, you have can I get your contact information? And this is the director.
Yeah.
I don't really know him. I don't know him from Adam. Got my contact information. He ended up hitting me up. Weeks later, I got a phone call, and it was like, "Are you Earl?" I'm like, "Yeah." "Are you available?" And I'm like, "For what?" It's like, "Bro, are you available?" Like, dude, this in the film industry, it's no ifs, ands, or buts.
No, this is the industry. Or not. Yeah.
They're not even, dude. They're not even tell you what it is.
Nope.
And I said, "You know what? I'm gonna call out." And my dude, they gave me a secret location. I popped up and I played an attorney on I Know This Much Is True with Mark Ruffalo, Rosie O'Donnell. I didn't have a speaker role, but dude, I got camera time. Mm-hmm. And I'm in a boardroom with Mark. And dude, it's so crazy, bro. Like, it's bananas.
Yeah. So awesome. one of the questions I had, okay, because that's obviously not, because I saw you post a picture with Mark Ruffalo when you were on set.
Oh, that was years ago. Right.
But
the video.
No, right. But that was in Poughkeepsie. Right?
Nah, that was not in Poughkeepsie.
Oh. So okay, so I'm assuming you got to meet him again on set.
Right.
So did he remember you?
So that picture. So that picture in my in my uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he remembered me.
No shit.
Dude, that's what's crazy about it.
That's awesome.
He remembered me.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what it is, where I really stood out to these people, and they remember me, and and that's what's beautiful about it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's awesome, dude.
Oh yeah, I got to meet the monk. I mean the Buddhist. Who the Buddhist? I don't know who the Buddhist monk is. The Dalai Lama, bro. Like I don't know if you saw the pictures with me with the Dalai Lama and his crew. Like dude, I was. Man,
Jesus Christ,
crazy,
fucking wild.
Yeah,
that is wild.
So
I'm sitting good.
No, go ahead, Luke.
No, I was just, I was just thinking how many people could say somebody like Mark Ruffalo that famous? Like Mark Ruffalo is obviously fucking A-list.
Yeah.
And,
A-list, bro.
And how many people could say that Mark Ruffalo walked up to them and knew them by name? You know what I mean? That's fucking awesome, dude. I'm fanboying over here, man.
dude. And I must say, man. I mean, I'm not even just that. Not even just Mark, bro. Like out here, artists. I'm talking about who else? Who's the guy? Who's the guy? Jack DeJohnette. He's one of the top 10 drummers in the world, jazz. He was one of my customers. I mean, he brought me in almost like a son. My man, what's his name? Sebastian. Do you believe in magic?
Mm-hmm.
And I hope you do.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, huge. I mean, he invited me over. The band. I mentioned Bowie.
And see, like that's what's just so awesome though. Like you said, is just you made all these connections while working for the company, not knowing where it's going to take you in your future life. And dude, I'm fucking just so happy for you, dude. And you know what I mean? And just seeing where you are now and knowing the shit that you went through and all that in the prior years with everything and that nonsense, dude. It's fucking awesome. So,
because I couldn't dude, I was sitting there trying to compute it because Dave knew you personally before this, but I'm just thinking 15 years. That's crazy to think because man, that's a long time. Yeah. Like I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, man, that's longer than I've been there now. And it's been a long fucking time. God, fucking.
Yeah.
It would be almost barking on 20 years. I mean, it's almost there. It's been it's almost been 3 years since I've been there.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Damn.
So.
Oh, John Sebastian. That's the name. John Sebastian. Dude, musician. Dude, I'm gonna tell you something. I was getting invited to all events. I mean, I'm talking about band. I'm talking about dudes chilling with Neil Don.
Yeah.
I was being invited to everything, bro. You know what I mean?
Love it.
Straight.
That's awesome.
Oh, Oh yeah, I get asked up on stage. I can't even tell you, man. I could go on and on. I don't know where to even begin. Seriously, dude. Who else?
And like I just
musicians.
Said, it's just all because of this job. And I mean, because yeah, and and that's one of the things though. I'm pretty sure that's one of the things we've all said, and every single guest that we've had on even said too was is this job takes you places. where
it does.
you know, and your point and your aspect with this job, believe it or not, even though it was a sour ending to your career and all that, it really actually fucking took you places, you know?
Right.
And
it has.
So listen, so I want to end that discussion on that note, because like I said, that's fucking amazing, you know, and just where you are right now, dude, so fucking happy for you, man. And
same here, dude.
Oh,
I mean, just
say
it, bro. Here to start. I mean, it's fucking awesome. It's just
awesome.
good to see that, you know, it worked.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, what's that saying? Was it lemons? Men lemonade out of lemons, sour lemons, or whatever.
When life gives you lemons,
yes. You know,
you make lemonade.
A West Virginia term, people say make chicken salad out of chicken shit.
Yeah, and you know, bro, listen, I could have took that. I could have put my head between my legs and be like, "Yo, man, my life is over." But you know, just the determination and drive from that situation actually really is the driving point. And not all of this was easy, you know, because dude, you got to understand something. I'm juggling my house. I almost lost my crib. I mean, dude, I almost lost everything. But I literally had to like maneuver and network, and I had to come out of my comfort zone.
Yeah,
I was going out in the city. I mean, I just got my first star role in a short film, my first one ever, just not too long ago. You know, I got involved with this other producer who won some accolades, some awards. You know, he was on Apollo. I mean, dude, the connections is baffling. I was on stage with one of the Marley brothers. You know what I'm saying? Kamani Marley down in the city. Yeah, dude, literally on stage. I mean, it's on my social media page, but you know, I do these things not to like really boast, or it's just showing like, dude, at the end of the day, like I'm a bubbly person. I don't really hold grudges, anything like that. You just live life like it's your last, if you will. You know what I mean? And I realized like, you know, this job made so many connections. If you could actually see that connection, it's not for everybody, but if you, I guess you could say God don't like ugly, but at the same time, how you treat other people will come back to you 100-fold. You know what I mean? And I think that's what it is. Like the universe or whatever the case is, because of this situation, and how I handle it, because I could literally, dude, I could really went AWOL and like, yo, this is it. But I understood what was going on, and I said, okay, wow, this is crazy. But let me see how I could harness this energy and sort of use it in a more positive manner. And you know, and I applaud you guys, because I watch you guys and I'm like, wow, this came a long way, because how I came about, I was like, I don't want to say I was the first person to do it, but it's kind of like I did it, but I was like, it was rare. And now it's more people, and I was like, yo, all right, bet, go ahead, do it, man, boom, you know, and it's so cool because you know, it's part of the destiny, if you will, you know what I'm saying? Sure. I applaud Dave, you know, what he's doing and exercising your gifts and everybody's gifts, all the delivery drivers, man. And this is cool, and this is why I'm here, and I support.
Oh, thank you.
And you never know where this may lead. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I got some other stuff kind of going on. You know, I was in a basketball film that had some pretty major actors. Oh yeah, it was on set with what's his name? Michael Rappaport. I was on a film with him.
Nice. I fucking love him.
Yeah. Yo, he's dope, man. He's dope. He's a dope dude, man. He's like that in real life, bro.
He's a Knicks fan. Life. I know he's fucking angry.
Yeah. And guess what? I was on set with one of your Rangers, Dave. It's on my page. It's on my page. He was in the film. One of the Rangers.
Shit. Who? Sean Avery?
Is it Sean Avery?
Sean Avery's big into the acting.
He just started getting acting. Yeah. He was on there. It was on set with him. I met him.
Yeah. So like,
yeah, man.
So it's just crazy because, you know, we've been, you know, behind the scenes of this and everything. We got like a whole team working with us and the podcast stuff right now, from everything from web design, publishing, merch, and all this stuff. And I mean, one of the sayings that we want to come up with and start publishing more is delivering greatness. And you are a prime example of that, bro. And everything you were doing out there, and all that, and just in life in general, you're such a strong, positive, good vibes guy. And like that's why everybody got along with you for sure out there. No doubt about it. You were out there fucking delivering greatness, man. So
yeah, and especially with all the brothers at the over there at the building. I mean, everybody knows, man. You know what? I don't need to really stress about it anymore. It took me, up to a few weeks ago, it took me a long time to kind of get really over it. Sure. Because I was really sour. But
I'm sorry to bring it up.
You guys. Oh, am I breaking up? Huh?
No. I said I'm sorry to bring it up.
Oh, no, I know. It's like,
you just got over it.
It's like resurfacing a scab that I had a Band-Aid over. You just ripped it off. I'm like,
Remember that time? Yeah, right.
Remember the time.
Well, I got just off. I mean, I said something about the Knicks. You played a bunch of sports. I was just out of curiosity. Who are your favorite sports teams?
So I'm gonna say this. I didn't really have a really favorite basketball team, but my favorite player basketball, this is probably gonna date me a little bit. Scottie Pippen was my favorite basketball player.
No shit. Good for you,
Scottie.
Good for you,
Scottie. Great all around player. The thing is, I didn't really go for the best. I love the underdogs, but Scottie just had this all around. He made what that team was. You know what I mean?
Oh, he fucking absolutely did. There's one thing I will say, and I won't trail with it too long, but the amount of money. Because did you watch The Last Dance?
Yep. Absolutely.
Okay, so Pippen was severely underpaid.
Absolutely.
And now there are people in the NBA. I love basketball. Basketball is probably I don't know if it's my favorite sport, but I watch a lot of it, bet on a lot of it. I love basketball. And there are people now. I use this guy a lot. His name's Pat Connaughton. He plays for the Milwaukee Bucks. He comes off the bench. Doesn't play maybe 15 to 20 minutes a game max. Doesn't get fucking scores like 6 points. Dude, his contract, he signed a contract for like 3 years for like $18 million. And I was thinking, dude, when Pippen played, he wasn't making, he was getting fucking, but yeah, that's another, I could go on about that forever, but yeah, dude, I love that your favorite player is Scottie Pippen. That's fucking awesome.
Scottie, my favorite football team is the 49ers, but I am a Giants fan. I love the Niners. Jerry Rice was my favorite player. Baseball, the Mets. I love the Mets. It's kind of reneging because I'm from the Bronx, and then Mets. Like, hold on, bro.
That's what I was going to say when you said that. I was expecting a New York team. I just wasn't expecting that New York team.
You know what I'm saying? No, but dude, I'm an all around player, man, and this is where I think I learned everything. Because I played a lot of sports. I played street hockey. I played baseball. So I was an outfielder. And I played soccer was the first sport I actually played. That kind of gave me the coordination for everything else. So I played football. I was a punter. I was a receiver, wide receiver, and I also ran the ball back. I mean, it's crazy because when a lot of people say, there's a person that is a jack of all trades, master of none. But at the end of the day, like when I look at this, like, I've sort of tapped into so many different sectors of life that, which kind of made me, dude. I've done events like we did a reggae event. I made some top. I met top reggae artists. Reggae is my music. Like that's my bread and butter. But I listen to everything. I listen to rock, country, alternative. I met Samuel, who's the chef there in the city there, Samuel. I was cooking for a little bit. I was doing events. I was the chef in a lot of places. I did pop-ups, doing jerk chicken. Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah, that's awesome.
In a short period,
that's awesome.
Seriously.
That's crazy, dude. So like literally jack of all trades. Like you fucking, dude.
Yeah.
And I mean, and that's and it's so cool though, because like then that means you're experienced.
Right.
You know, because you literally are doing so much stuff that you never know, I guess, like you said, where it's gonna go or where it's gonna take you.
I don't know where it's gonna go. Absolutely, right. Dude. I just did I was just a grip, and I never did grip before. A grip is dealing with the lighting on a movie set.
Yeah.
For a film that's about to come out on Hulu. Mm-hmm. Like I was just, dude, these are side hustles. Like I'm not set in these yet. Like, right. But I'm tapping into, I'm dipping my toes to see where it feels comfortable at. And I think this is where I'm navigating my life to like, all right, this is what I want to do. And it may be acting, it may not be acting. To me, I think acting is my strong point, but I'm tapping into it. I'm learning. And the beautiful thing about it is to learn behind the scenes, then like what you guys are doing, you know what I mean? I'm learning behind the scenes and then coming out because I'm gonna tell you this, bro. I had directors hitting me up, emailing me. I can't even say the names, and I'm like, whoa, hold on, whoa, pause, because they saw me and they saw the way I operated.
Sure.
And I got contacted. But to me, like I said, I could be SAG right now in a union. Right. But I put a pause on that because I'm like, all right, I want to learn first. I just want to jump into it not knowing. I want to learn everything that's behind the scenes. So
sure. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
So
yeah.
So now I want to get into the question that we ask every guest that we have on, and if you can remember here, okay, we all have had some great helpers en route. We've also had some terrible ones.
Saw the body language already.
Damn,
and we've also had some terrible ones.
That got me good.
So if you can give us your favorite helper story to tell people, and it may be good, it may be bad, but if it's bad, it's funny. So let's.
Oh, bro. Oh man, I feel
like they're always bad.
Hold on, I'm at this in there. I took one for the team. I did get bit in the scrotum by a standard size poodle. I don't know if you remember that, Dave. Oh, Dave, you weren't there yet. Dude, the last stop of the day. It was I know, bro. Listen, I had to show my nuts to the state troop, bro. It wasn't good, dude. It was not. Listen, I was the talk in the building, bro.
No way.
I was the talk in the building. I broke skin and everything.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Hold on a minute. Yep. Hold on. So I'm assuming your helper was with you, but you just offered to do that last stop. Is that what happened?
Yeah. So all right, you know how it is, man. The last stop, you're like,
I got this one. You relax, bud. You've been hustling all day.
I got this. And my dude, it's crazy because I've been to the stop so many times, and the customer she was never really there, and she so happened to be there out in the backyard because she never used the front door. It was back. No beware of dog signs. No, I didn't even know she had dogs, but she was there. She had the two dogs out there taking for them to take a shit. And I rolled up. I saw her. I was like, oh. I said, hey, how you doing? She's like, hey. I was like, I'm gonna leave your package here. She's like, I'm coming. I'm like, okay. I saw her dogs rolling. And she's like, oh, don't. You know the infamous scene? Oh,
he won't bite. He's friendly.
They don't bite. I'm like, all right, you sure? So I'm there. She comes up. The dogs, they're excited. One of the dogs had a little mohawk in the back of his whole body. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And at the time, I didn't have dogs at the time, so I didn't recognize that. But I'm like, all right, my man got a mohawk. Like, what's going on here? You know what I mean? What's going on here? And she had a little scrappy dog kind of running around, and I'm like, all right. So when I was giving her the package, now the dog didn't like that. He was like, bro, ain't nobody get like 2 feet with my owner. Like, and he just went for it, man. He was like, all right. Boom.
Oh
man, he nipped me in my nuts, bro. I mean, I literally, dude, it was the worst feeling of my life, brother. And she's like, oh my gosh.
Oh,
the ground. Yeah, it was one of those moments. I got plenty more, but yeah, that's one.
Dude,
that's one iconic moment.
You had to show your nuts to a state
Yeah,
trooper.
man. Yeah, because they had to see the pictures, bro. Evidence.
oh no!
They had to see the pictures, dog. Yeah,
So
man.
are you saying somewhere in some
Somebody
police
got
evidence logger, your nuts are sitting there in the police evidence room?
Absolutely. A scarred nut, man. A scarred nut.
Fuck.
That's a hard pill to swallow, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
I mean, I've been bit a lot.
Listen,
never been bitten.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna tell you, somewhere along the lines in the future, if we ever become fit, whatever the case may be, that shit's gonna come up, resurface somehow.
Dude.
I already know. I'm just saying it right now.
When you hit it big, you're gonna see a tabloid somewhere.
Oh my god!
Some evidence room.
Yo. Shit. Oh my god. It's crazy, man.
Dude, my head. I'm fucking lightheaded.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. But I got, dude. It's just so much, man. I know it's a limited time. There's so much we can kind of like put on here. But yeah, man. I mean, I got stories for days. Matter of fact, I don't know if you have time, but how I met Jeffrey D. Morgan.
Yeah.
Let's hear that.
So I rolled up to his house, which I didn't know who he was, but at the time, so I'm in the package car searching for the package. It was like, top shelf.
Yeah.
And my slider door was open, and as I'm searching for a package, I felt something in my ass. I'm like, hold up, what the hell is going on? Turn around. It was one of those shepherd dogs. His nose was all up in my ass. I'm like, hold on. I know I took a shower this morning. He was just, he was just in there. I'm like, hold on, what are you doing, bro? So I grabbed the package. I always had carry treats with me. I was like, all right, give him a treat. Walk, grab him by his collar, walk him out the trunk. Out the back of the package car, and start walking down the stairs. And then as I'm walking, my head is kind of down, focused on the dog, and I happen to look up. And I'm looking at this guy, and I was like, damn, why you look familiar? Need to mind you, I just saw, he was just on a chick flick I saw just the other night. And it was the film P.S. I Love You.
Yeah.
And it was a dope movie. Gerard Butler was in it. And a few other people in there. And I'm looking at it, I was like, yo, did anybody tell you look like this actor? And he started laughing. And he's like, yeah. And dude, do you mind you? Dope individual. I think we spoke for like a good 10 minutes.
Sure.
And I told him about the dog thing. He was laughing. It was so crazy.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
That's sick, dude. So
he seems like a chill dude.
Oh yeah, chill dude, man. Real chill.
That's crazy.
Oh man, dude, so many stories. I know I can't tell everything here, but
part two will be coming in the future, bro. We'll have to have you on again for sure, just to continue. But
absolutely.
But that's fucking awesome. So real quick now, I'm gonna get into what we do is that we have the question of the week. The question of the week we like to ask all of our followers, and then they'll chime in on some goodies. So the question of the week this week was, do you have a favorite place to visit or use the washroom en route, or do you just sweat it out?
The washroom? The washroom. Oh, the washroom. Oh, the washroom. Like the
bathroom.
The
if
bathroom.
You will.
What? I'll tell you what. All right, I'm gonna give you a story.
Yeah.
I used to use the woods, but then what ended up happening was I was at a resident, and need in mind, this resident was secluded. I mean, he had long. I'm talking about this driveway must have been 5 miles long, and I made a delivery. I'm like, I'm driving. We had to go to the bathroom. You holding it? He's like, all right, now I gotta go now.
Yep.
So I figured I drive maybe 2 miles down, out of sight, out of mind, out of sight. I looked around. I was like, oh, this is a good spot. I didn't really hop out the truck, but I kind of like just let it loose.
Yeah.
Hop back in the truck, kept it moving. The next day I had a delivery for the guy. He was like, hey, listen, I mean, he was like, all right, have a nice day. He said, listen, the next time you have to go to the bathroom, make sure you go further out. I was like, whoa.
Oh.
There goes the shit. Dude, I'm talking about 3 miles down, down the road, people got cameras in the woods, bro.
Yeah,
they got cameras in the woods. So
dude.
guess what?
That happened to me.
Now I carry bottles with me, bro. I used to carry bottles with me. But Dave, I got one more. I got one more to tell you about that.
Go ahead.
I made a delivery. It's somewhere in Allen Bridge area, and I pulled up this. It was called Mountain Road. I pulled up. This guy was out. Gave him his package. My truck. I couldn't really do a 3-point turn, so I figure I back it down. So I backed the truck down a little bit. I realized I couldn't really back down. So it was a cliff a little bit. Well, not a cliff, but like a little embankment. He was out of sight. Drove back up. My man was taking a leak with his package. And when I pulled back up, he said, "Oh shit!" My man started squirting all over the place with the package, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, yeah, dude, it was bananas." Sorry, I had to share that.
That's fucking. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you what was your spot, because I mean, some of us have like these spots.
Somebody else's.
You know what I mean? So like,
all right, so.
No. It's all good. It's all good. Yours was funny. It works. But so some of the replies that we've actually gotten from the listeners now. Let's start with this one here. So with this one's from the Roland Rogans. Shout out to the Roland Rogans. They're actually the ones that are helping us with the merch side and the web design and everything like that right now.
Joe Rogan and Amy. Joe and Amy Rogan.
Yep.
Rolling.
So so Joe says, or I'm assuming it must be Joe because Amy didn't work there. Joe says mostly had rural routes. I used to sweat it out until it came down to using a cooler and a DR bag.
Ooh.
I guess you got to.
Okay.
I mean, you got to get creative, right? So
gangster. Okay.
Another one here from I think it's Century 036 says, "I've got a church I like to use, always clean and empty." That's good.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah, you can't go with church.
You can't go to church, man.
Yeah. This one's from Upsman 3010. Shout out to Tony in the chat here. Tony says, hospitals, they are always clean and most of them have Wi-Fi just in case you need to do some research while handling your business. That's a good one.
Love it.
That's a good one. We got quite a few of them. This one's from Rocky Mountains Rots. Says, I'm a swing driver, but on one route I always run. There's a factory golf course with $1 million plus house in the neighborhood. The restroom in the clubhouse is top notch. Only thing missing is a guy in there offering a spray of cologne and a breath mint.
I like that. But he's on point with that one.
Oh yeah,
golf courses.
Oh yeah, true. This one's from Awesome Delivery Guy. When someone says you have up socks, do they give you underwear too? You reply with, nah, I have to make my underwear brown myself. Jesus Christ.
I haven't been there yet.
I have not been there yet. This one's from Life and Me. I think I fucked this one up last time. What's her name? I don't know. Life and Me says, I've been filling in on a downtown metro route for the past 9 months, and it's nice to have an abundance of heated bathrooms this winter. So any of them are better than a bottle. That's true.
Come on.
That's true. Banana Man NJFL says, Banana Man says, had a machine shop as a customer. Always a stop and drop, shower clean, and had snacks and ice water waiting for me. Ooh.
Damn.
Ooh,
that's good.
That's pretty.
That's good.
Pretty impressive.
That's
very
good.
Impressive.
Yeah. What's this one? J Hill says, I live on route, so that's the obvious go-to spot. My old route there was a real estate office I would frequent that kept the building about 68 degrees year round, nice and comfy. Ooh, so I see the trend with the heat now, so people are enjoying. Tim Hen says, I deliver in the country with no restrooms in sight. I usually pull over and piss behind a tree, but I never drop a deuce anywhere except my house. # home field advantage.
Homeward bound, baby.
This one from Speed Freak 675. Unlike Lindsay Ann, I don't have a Japanese style bidet available. My route is mostly new building resis with no businesses to be found, so I know where all the porta potties are. Or I'm not above going number one in a bottle. Mm-hmm. Porta potties. It's about knowing where the essentials are out there en route. That is true. This one from our boy K-Pasta says, any Walgreens is a grade A poop and go spot. No one ever uses the restrooms in Walgreens.
Walgreens?
You know, and I mean, I find that true. I never think about going to use the bathroom in a Walgreens. At a pharmacy.
Yeah, that's a good. Courtney's on to something there.
Yeah,
I've never.
This one, the last one here is my favorite. This is incredible. So this one's from Lindsay Ann. She says, one of the towns I deliver in just built a new gas station with amazing bathrooms. The door automatically opens for you, and a poof of lemongrass sprays in the room as you walk in. The door automatically locks behind you as you walk up to the toilet. The lid automatically opens for you with LED lights. The seat is heated, and it sprays your hoo-ha with warm water, followed by a warm dryer.
What gas station is this?
After you're done your business, of course, the toilet automatically flushes, self-cleans, and closes its lid when you stand up. You're then treated to the loveliest lavender soap lotion at the automatic sink. Another poof of lemongrass meets you back at the door, which then automatically unlocks and opens to send you on your way. This thing is the best gas station bathroom ever. I go out of my way to use it.
Dude, where the fuck is this? It does sound like heaven.
Yeah.
Sounds like heaven, man. I mean, where's that at? I mean,
yeah. Unreal.
I mean, most of the gas station bathrooms I see, good old, oh my God, are shit.
Hell yeah.
That's like
You're walking in going,
it's like rest stop bathrooms, you know? Oh, dude, that's insane. So, and I mean, me personally, like I have like my few driveways that I know that are long enough. And I was like, if I got to take a piss, I might as well do it now, but hey.
Oh my god!
But that bathroom though at the gas station, that's something,
dude.
That's
I
something.
mean, I'm fucking mind blown. I need to know what.
Lindsay Ann, hit us up. Where is this gas station?
We need
an address.
Chain?
Yeah.
Where the fuck is
this? A Wawa? Like what's what's going on here?
I've never seen. It's definitely. I mean, we got Sheets around here, but. I mean, shout out to Sheets. I love Sheets. Damn, their bathroom don't do that shit.
Dude, I know. Wow, crazy.
Oh,
so
man.
It's in Banff, Alberta, in Canada. I just wanted to throw that in there.
Fucking A, dude.
Look at this guy on top of his game.
This is almost it's as epic as Rush, but it's not. But that's fucking crazy.
That's nuts. So. All right. Well, listen, I think that's going to wrap it up for us. Earl, do you by any chance have any questions for us?
I think my only question is you guys keep doing what you're doing, man. Obviously, it's spectacular. It's inspiring. I'm going to say that it's inspiring with you and Luke. You guys are very entertaining. I'm watching you guys on a daily, you know what I'm saying? And there's many others, but you guys are paving the way, and you're doing something really that's different. That's really putting a stamp into this whole connecting these delivery drivers, and I think it's going to really grow and expand. And I'm rooting for you guys 100-fold, man.
Thank you, brother.
That.
Absolutely,
appreciate that.
Absolutely.
So
support, guys. Support.
Thank you. So real quick, Earl, where can people find you? Where can they follow you on Instagram?
Yeah, so my customer, I go by Earl the Pearl 82 on Instagram, and on Facebook is Earl P. Legister Jr. On Facebook, and those are the two platforms I kind of really use.
Yep.
And that's where I'm at.
Awesome. So listen, don't hang up yet. We want to say goodbye off air. So guys, listen, thank you guys for hanging around. I hope you enjoyed Earl as much as we did. Earl, thank you again for coming on, buddy.
Thanks so much for coming on.
And guys, also always remember your most important stop. All right. So be safe out there. We'll see you guys next week.
Have a good one, everybody.
Yeah.
Peace.
All right.